Cool. How are you, friends? So, I'm here to talk on a very important aspect of our life. And I always used to feel that I'm already aware of it. Who doesn't know how to deal with people? Is there anyone who doesn't know? Hey, Saurabh, good to see you here. Okay, so I'll just give me a second. The question is, who doesn't know how to deal with people? I think we all know, right? There's hardly anyone who actually doesn't even know what is. But then why this book? And this book, I don't know if you know this book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. This has been there for almost more than 83 years. And basically, surprisingly, this book has been the base fundamental of more or less all the books that has been there written on public dealing. So many of my friends have actually asked me to not only speak in English, also mix Hindi in that. So I hope you guys will be comfortable with both the languages. So I'll try to mix Hindi and English in between, and hope that works for all of you. So, now the question is, yeah, I'll just show you that book, which book I'm talking about. So this is the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. I'm sure at least you might have heard about this big book. This guy is a famous guy, Dale Carnegie. His sessions are highly paid sessions. So to get entry into Dale Carnegie's session, you have to pay lakhs and lakhs to just get entry into those kind of associations, right? So there's something which actually is so useful, even if it's simple how to deal with people. हम सभी को लगता है कि यार डील करना इज क्या, मतलब कोई भी डील कर सकता है यार. लोगों से डील करना कैन, हाउ कैन इट बी अ बिग डील? But it's, I'll give you, there's a very good story in this guy called Charles Schwab. तो एक बंदा होता है Charles Schwab, and so basically he is one of the first highest paid employee. So there's a multi-millionaire guy at that time. They were named by Andrew Carnegie. अगेन उसको बोला जाता है सबसे पहला वर्ल्ड का बिलियनियर. इट्स इन 1921, काइंड ऑफ ऑलमोस्ट 100 years back, and he hired this guy as a president of his steel company, and the amount he paid for as a salary to this guy was almost around $1 million in 1921, my friends. उस वक्त $50 a day was used to be a big amount for someone who is, making money by doing job, and this guy was earning, और वो आज तक का was one of the first highest paid salary guy. So someone was interviewing this guy Charles Schwab, और उससे पूछा गया कि what is that special skill in you? What is that skill that actually makes you the highest paid guy, highest paid employee in any company? And my friends, you'll be surprised with the response. You'll be really surprised with the response that he gave. The response was, the only thing that I know is how to deal with people. I don't have any special technical skills. The only thing I know how to arouse enthusiasm in people. The people who are around me, I know how to bring best out of them. And it's not a fake story. Just go through. You can Google. We all really like to validate things on Google as if it's the only one truth. But you can go through that, and you will be surprised. This is a true story. So just with knowing the art of dealing with people, that Andrew Carnegie hired him and made him president of his company, and he was one of the most successful and highest paid guy. I hope this story clarifies why dealing with people is so important. And if you see the people sitting at the top, the vice presidents, the CEOs, they know how to deal with people. So, my dear friends, this is Vineet. I'm Vineet Kumar, and I'm from a very small place in Bihar called Samastipur. But I have a very cosmopolitan background in the sense that I've been in Maharashtra, Aurangabad, Bangalore, and Chennai, and Punjab, and not. So my dad's job was very roaming kind of job, so that's where maybe kafi ghumta raha. And so I have very cosmopolitan, but originally I'm from Bihar. And um, and and, and I think this public speaking thing, I why did I start doing this public speaking skill, sessions and workshops? So the reason was that coming from a small place in Bihar, that was the most weird thing for me. Public speaking मतलब नहीं भैया मुझसे नहीं होगा. अरे भैया हमसे नहीं होगा. It was very clear. Public speaking I can't do. So I have 17 years of corporate experience now, and I work at a very senior position. And so what happened is, one of my mentor told me, "Do you want to live with this limitation that you are afraid of public speaking, or do you really want to overcome this limitation before you die?" कौन बोलेगा कि नहीं नहीं मैं इसके साथ मरूंगा, इसके साथ ही मरूंगा, राइट? ऑफ कोर्स ओवरकम करना चाहूंगा. मैंने कहा ओवरकम तो करना चाहता हूँ, पर मुझे लगता है कि ये तो पैदाइश है ना, मैं कैसे पब्लिक स्पीकर बन जाऊंगा. But then he helped me out, and my mentor helped me, and he told me that no, it's just a skill. And that's where almost 7 years back I started this journey of public speaking. And Toastmasters, and we have our own organization. So I volunteer for this organization called Peak Impact Mentorship. Then we have book club called Speaking Books. वहाँ पे हम लोगों ने इसको काफी explore करा. We tried helping each other. And so even though primarily I do my job and I love my job, but along with that, whenever I have some spare time during my weekends and those times, so I try to share the learnings that I'm getting. बिकॉज मेरे को लगता है कि पिछले 7 साल में जो मेरी ग्रोथ हुई है, आई डोंट थिंक उसके पहले कभी हो पाई है. एंड दिस होल्ड्स ट्रू फॉर एवरीवन हु वांट्स टू, who is actually keen to improve his communication skills, leadership skills. He can be a great asset for company in these COVID days and all those things. If you're not a good communicator, then trust me, there are so many technical guys who can overtake your jobs, right? But it's important to learn your skills and then wrap it with your communication skills, and that's where this book helps. Communication is one aspect of public dealing, isn't it? So that's so critical. I hope इससे ये क्लियर हो जाता है हमको क्यों ये बुक के थ्रू जाना चाहिए. All this context was just to help you clarify why this topic is so important for every one of us. So friends, now the question is, I'll just talk, because there are four critical parts of dealing with people. I'll just talk about one part. I don't want to make it a very 1 hour 2 hours kind of session. I'll just take another 10 minutes or 15 minutes or so, and I'll cover my learning of this first part, fundamental techniques of dealing with people. लोगों से डील कैसे किया जाए, उसके लिए क्या टेक्निक्स है, उसके लिए क्या तरीके हैं. एंड डेल कार्नेगी, again, this guy has written this book, mind you, 1920s, so it's almost more than 100 years, and this book is still a bestseller, and many books have been written over this book. So this is this book. So he says 3 points, and listen it very carefully, friends. Very simple, very powerful. What are those 3 points? The first point is, don't criticize, condemn, or complain. The first fundamental technique to handle people, to manage people, to deal with people is, don't condemn, criticize, or complain. Now you will say, how can, in our jobs and in our personal lives, there are situations where you have to condemn, you have to, tell people, no, this is wrong, this is something you should not do. How can we live without doing that, isn't it? That's something that comes to our mind. But believe me, friends, criticism never works. Even I used to think so कि यार कभी कभी तो criticize करना पड़ेगा ना. Somebody is doing wrong, अब criticize नहीं करोगे तो कैसे उसको समझ में आएगा. So here goes some stories that will actually clarify why this doesn't work. So there was a guy named Two Gun Crowley. He was famous as Two Gun Crowley in California. He was the notorious criminal. He had killed so many cops. He had killed so many people. So that he was actually the day he was getting caught, hundreds of police were surrounded. They surrounded him, and people were, almost 10,000 people were watching him. The way he was brought to the court, sentenced. Of course, he was sentenced to death on an electric chair. So there are so many stories, famous stories about this guy. The how murderous he was, and how bad one can go in killing people and all those things. So this two gun crowny guy, when he was sitting on the electric chair, someone asked him, "So how are you feeling now? So you have murdered so many people. I hope you have some, कुछ तो ग्लानी होगी. There would be some repent." You'll be surprised, my friends. What did he reply? He replied, I'm getting all this just for the reason I defended myself. मैं तो अपने आप को सिर्फ बचा रहा था और मुझे इतनी बुरी तरह से पनिशमेंट दिया जा रहा है. So this guy, the notorious criminal, court and everyone sentenced him to death. Still, he didn't like criticism. He never thought that he is to be criticized because समाज ने उसको बनाया. आज के टाइम में आप जो देखते हैं आतंकवादी and terrorist and all these things, next Naxals, so somewhere they want to pick weapons and everything and they will start killing people. They will not be on the killing spree just because उनके साथ कुछ बुरा हुआ है. But that is not a solution, particularly in democracy, right? But that's what is happening. So there's no point of आज के time में COVID के time again there are so many fights going on, religions and so many things. But friends, it doesn't work. Criticism doesn't work. Complaint doesn't work. तो क्या किया जाए? Don't criticize. As simple as like that, right? So I'll give you a very practical example in my life. I have a 6 years old daughter called Annie, and she's very bubbly and very cute. And trust me, whenever I try to explain her things in a bit, you know, criticism manner. For example, if she doesn't study, यार तुम पढ़ क्यों नहीं रही हो? You should study. नहीं पढ़ोगे तो ये हो जाएगा वो हो जाएगा. Doesn't work, my friends. Doesn't work. And if I say, Annie, you're amazing. You're beautiful, Annie. See, you're reading it. You're reading. I know that you always take care of your education. You take care of your learnings and everything, and you want to impact world. Awesome, Annie. आप बहुत अच्छा कर रहे हो. And even if she's not studying, she starts studying. So that's how it works, my friend. So basically, if you criticize, even a child is not going to agree to our terms. But the moment you appreciate, you try to understand from their place, that's where they will connect with you. That's where they will try to listen to you. So never complain, criticize. Just try to remember. I would really like to give you an example. Let's take a question. When was the last time when somebody actually complained about you and you really liked it? Oh my God, awesome! आपने बड़ा अच्छा complain किया. Never works. और क्या उससे आपको change करने का मन भी करता है? नहीं करता है. So the fundamental technique of dealing with people is never criticize, condemn, or complain anyone about anyone. So even criminals doesn't understand, kids doesn't understand. How can normal people will understand, right? People learn faster when you appreciate them. So when dealing with people, we should always remember that we are not dealing with creatures of logic. What we are dealing with are creatures of emotion, creatures bristling prejudices and motivated by pride, vanity. So let it be. Everyone has that feeling, everyone has that self pride, right? You can't hurt their ego, can't hurt their pride. So, no point. The first clear point is never criticize, condemn, or complain if you want to handle people in a way that you want. Now, what is the second point? The second point is again very important. If you know this, trust me, you'll be surprised the way you are able to handle people. And that is give honest and sincere appreciation, my friend. Sincere and honest appreciation. No flattery, sincere and honest appreciation. So I was giving you example initially about Charles Schwab. So this guy was actually when the interview was going on. So people asked him, "Okay, you say that you are getting paid because you're highly paid. So what exactly that you do?" And what he responded is, I know how to appreciate people. When I say I'm able to arouse enthusiasm in the people, the first thing that I do is I appreciate them very sincerely and honestly. Just imagine how important it is to appreciate and to make encourage people. So you know what? We all are, as I said, we all are creatures of emotions. We all have some feelings, right? We all want something. Some people may want health, good food, sleep, money, and whatnot. But you know what is the most important thing? The most important thing is the feeling of getting importance, the desire to be important, my friends. Every one of us wants to feel important. To be honest, why I'm doing this session, even for me it's very important that I'm able to make impact in society, and they know that Vinith is here to help them out. And if he's here, he automatically becomes important. You see, anything that you do, the appraisals, the promotions, the jobs, family, everywhere you want to feel important. If somebody doesn't give you importance, that's the place that you don't want to be. And how do you make people important? By taking interest in them, by appreciating them, by encouraging them. And no, no, I'm not talking about flattery. The moment you do flattery, he knows that everybody's a smart people here, and they will easily understand that you are just repeating what he knows. So, are you genuinely able to understand, see the good points in the other person, and you are able to appreciate? Just remember, when was the last time somebody appreciated you? Maybe your manager, your boss, your parents, your spouse. And if it was genuine, how did you feel? Wasn't it so nice? So that's what it happens, man. That's what it happens, friends. It never works. If you're criticizing, you have to encourage and understand the difference between flattery and appreciation. Otherwise, it's difficult. Flattery is always selfish and insincere. It's a cheap praise. People understand that, right? So be hearty in your appreciation and lavish in your praise. People will cherish your words and treasure them, repeat them over a lifetime, repeat them years after you have forgotten them. So, the second technique of handling people is, friends, appreciate sincerely and honestly. So in हिंदी इट्स नथिंग बट, अगर हम किसी की हम बड़ाई करें, बड़ाई अगेन, जेन्यून बड़ाई, सच्चाई, सच्चाई वाली बड़ाई, अगर हम किसी की बड़ाई करते हैं तब हम लोगों को जीत पाते हैं। और हम लोग समझने की कोशिश करते हैं उसमें बड़ाई लायक क्या चीज़ है, बजाय इसके कि मैं झूठी बड़ाई करूँ, फ्लैटरी करूँ, राइट? क्या मैं लोगों के अच्छी चीज़ों को देख पा रहा हूँ? क्या वो नज़र मेरी बन भी पाई है? और नज़र पर बनी है तो क्या मैं उसको अप्रिशिएट कर रहा हूँ? मेरे दोस्तों, अगर आप ये दूसरा चीज़ कर लें, लोगों को अप्रिशिएट करना सीख जाएँ, they'll remember you all through their lives if the appreciation is genuine. And last and third point, what is that third point in handling people? And that third point is arouse in the other person an eager want. Let's say I want to do this session, I wanted to do this session, right? और मैं बोलता, अरे विनीत, मैं आने वाला हूँ, बहुत अच्छा स्पीच बोलने वाला हूँ, सुनो तुम लोग सीखोगे ऐसा वैसा. आई डोंट थिंक एनीवन विल केयर अबाउट दिस, राइट? कितना भी अच्छा स्पीकर हो, कितना भी अच्छा बोलता हो, अपने घर में होगा ना यार, मेरे को क्या लेना देना है? दैट्स व्हाट वी विल से, राइट? But the moment I say that this is something for you, we will learn how to deal with people. Some people will connect, right? So it's always about, can I create that eagerness in other person? Again, I'll have to take interest in that person. What does he want? And if I'm able to connect the thing that I want with his want, that's where things will move. That's where he would want to work with you. That's where he will actually go ahead in your ideas, right? So just remember, fishing. I'm sure some of you might have tried fishing. Now, let's say if you really like strawberries and ice creams, and you think that since I like strawberries and ice cream, this time I will, वो जो कांटा होता है ना उसमें, आई विल पुट स्ट्रॉबेरी और वो फिश के लिए डाल देता हूँ. फिश कभी आएगा क्या? कभी नहीं आएगा. Because fish doesn't want it. Fish, what does fish want? Maybe you can attach a grasshopper, right? Some worms. The fish will come only when you create that eager want in it. Now, question is, are we here to fish people? No, not at all. Not that we should start manipulating with the skill. The skill is so powerful, you can manipulate, but that is not what is it meant for. आप अपने कर्मा खराब करोगे, लॉन्ग टर्म पे नहीं जा पाओगे. So the idea of this thing is you take interest in others, try to understand what they want. Can I connect my want with their want? The moment you are able to do that, trust me, friends, people would want to work for you. People would want to go ahead in their pursuit of dreams, which will automatically connect with your dreams and aspirations. So the only way to influence other people is to talk about what they want and show them how to get it. Nobody is interested आपको क्या चाहिए. क्या आपको इंटरेस्ट है कि सामने वाले को क्या चाहिए. अगर आपको ये क्लियर है, देन अगेन ट्रस्ट मी फ्रेंड्स, यू विल बी एबल टू हैंडल पीपल वेरी इजीली. So there was a saying by Henry Ford. I know you, most of you might be aware of this guy who's a famous automobile maker who started different, basically he's one of the pioneer of automobile industry. So he says, if there's one secret of success, it lies in the ability to get others' point of view, not my point of view. To get others' point of view and see things from that person's angle एंड मे बी एज वेल एज योर ओन. क्या मैं दूसरों के शूज में जाके चीजों को देख पाता हूँ? इफ आई एम एबल टू डू दैट, ट्रस्ट मी फ्रेंड्स, आई easily be able to work with people. So I come from technical background, and I really, maybe I was not aware of the skills. That's where it connected with me so much, and I spread these skills to all the technical people and people. Not that people I've seen, even with managers, they don't. Many of the managers, I've not seen them dealing with people correctly, and that's where they have all the challenges. So I hope this is making sense to you. So again, as I said, it's not about manipulation. It's all about how to understand others' point of view. I hope that makes sense. I hope that helps you also, and I hope that helps you to inspires you to go through this amazing book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. So just to summarize, just summarize. The first point was fundamental technique of handling with people is just three things. One, never criticize, condemn, or complain. Second point, give an honest and sincere appreciation, my friends. And third, start doing arousing in the other person eager want about what they want to do. कंप्लेन मत कीजिए, ईमानदारी से अप्रिसिएशन बढ़ाई कीजिए, और आखिरी, दूसरों के अंदर जो उनको चाहिए वो चाहत बढ़ाएं. आप ऐसे काम करें कि जो आप करना चाह रहे हैं उनसे उनकी भी चीजें जुड़ पाए. This is a fundamental technique. There are another 4 sections that maybe I'll talk about sometime, but I hope in this small 20-25 minutes of session is something that might have helped you out. It will, I'm sure I've done this with so many people in my book club, in my sessions, in my PIM sessions, peak impact mentorship sessions, for which I volunteer. So many people are getting transformed, and I'm sure if you follow, this is going to help you out as well. I've posted a link on the comment and also on the video. So do fill that comment and give me your feedback, any questions that you have. We can talk even one-on-one if you want. But thank you, Book Club, for giving this platform where I could put my points here. And I'm sure since all the book lovers are here, they will certainly appreciate this video and they will give their feedbacks. And if there's anything more, we can always talk. So thank you so much, friends. It was really nice talking to you, and I hope this makes sense and at least gives some value addition in your life. See you again. Bye. Take care.